Hello, MCU fans. Today we're going to take a look at the question of whether or not Marvel is slowly setting up an Avengers West Coast team. There are some definite hints and clues in some of the shows coming down the line that a team may indeed be forming. So lots to discuss. Let's dive right in and see what we can find out. We're entering a new month, September. That means we have a contest running all month long. Be a subscriber, leave a comment. You could win a book or a steelbook. Best of luck. And that also means we need to announce the August winner, or actually winners, because one of the previous winners has not responded, and that's fine. That means we make a new one. So, Real John Love, congratulations. Your comment on the Deadpool video was selected randomly. And George Cabajal, sorry if I'm saying your name wrong there, but your comment was also selected randomly on the Punisher video. So both of you can reach out to me via the About section of my channel and contact me via email or Discord, and I'll get your prizes right away. Also, we have a membership option with lots of cool perks, so you might check it out in case you're interested. So this video is going to look at whether or not these 4 shows are connected and in fact are leading to a West Coast Avengers team. So obviously WandaVision has already come out. Agatha All Along will be out in just a few weeks. Can't wait for that. And then Wonder Man looks to be in 2025, and VisionQuest, or whatever it's going to be called, looks like a 2026 date. So, let's look first at Wonder Man. What do we know about it? Well, in a very recent article on Screen Rant, they mentioned that in April of 2024, The Hollywood Reporter announced that the filming for Wonder Man had concluded. So it sounds like they're done and are now just working in post-production, and this thing is ready to go, hopefully next year. We also learned that way back in 2022, Marvel Studios cast Yahya Abdul-Mateen II to play Wonder Man. You might have seen him as Black Manta in Aquaman, or also as Dr. Manhattan in HBO's Watchmen series. Also, I love this. Wonder Man looks to have some returning actors, including Ben Kingsley playing Trevor Slattery. Oh, I love it. Going to be great to see him again. The film, or the show rather, is going to be based in Hollywood, California, because of course, Simon Williams, Wonder Man, is an actor, and who better than Trevor to also return? And then this is really cool. The Marvel villain known as the Grim Reaper is going to be showing up. Of course, the Grim Reaper is the brother of Wonder Man and is also tied to Vision. So, in fact, that may mean that finally this Easter egg, remember this from way back in WandaVision, that sure looks like the Grim Reaper's helmet. And of course, it never went anywhere in the show itself, but it's just one more subtle way that Wonder Man is maybe tied into the overall storyline we have here with WandaVision, because obviously Wonder Man and Vision are very tied together. All right, so that's Wonder Man. Now let's look at whether VisionQuest is tied in with this, with all these shows. Okay, so Variety told us back in May that we are indeed going to get a Vision show. We don't know what the name is. I keep calling it VisionQuest because it's just simple. We don't know what the name is, but definitely Paul Bettany will be back to do the show. And the reason I think it might be based on the VisionQuest storyline is this is a screen capture from Marvel.com when you go to their Avengers West Coast page. Look what shows up. That's the comic run about White Vision and his slowly, getting his memory back and the kids, both of the kids, Wanda's kids, right? Wiccan and Speed, that whole thing. So yeah, very, very interesting that they're hinting at this potentially being part of the storyline at least. But boy, oh boy, did we get some crazy information from the Hollywood Reporter. They broke that James Spader is going to be returning as Ultron. Now let me say right up front, I would take that with a major grain of salt, because until Marvel announces it, it ain't official. But keep in mind, we're going to know the cast list well before they even start filming. So we're going to know if this is true before long. But yeah, that would be wild if he comes back. And if this is truly being set for a 2026 time frame, then yeah, we're going to know who's in this probably in the next couple months. So keep an eye on that. But Ultron returning would be amazing. And isn't it interesting that at SDCC 2024, the new Avengers comic is recruiting none other than Ultron to join the team. Interesting, because many times they use the comics as a proving ground for a storyline that's going to eventually be used in the MCU. So that could be what's happening here. The others on the team include Iron Man, War Machine, and then it looks like Spider-Woman and Firestar. Obviously, Spider-Woman and Firestar wouldn't apply and Iron Man's dead, but War Machine could also appear. So very, very interesting. Okay, then also the Hollywood Reporter tells us this, which is so cool. This series, the VisionQuest or whatever it's called, is meant to be the third part of a trilogy. So that means WandaVision, Agatha All Along, and the upcoming Vision series are all very closely tied together. And since Agatha All Along seems to be hinting to be bringing back Billy, i.e., Wiccan, does that mean maybe that they're going to use this storyline from the comics and bring back Speed? Because this 2015 run of the Vision was him going to find his own family and his own kids. So are they basically going to bring back Billy in one series and Tommy in another? Boy, crazy, huh? Those two kids have quite a history in the comics. We'll see how the MCU handles them. All right, so I do think, therefore, all four of these shows are closely tied together. Obviously, WandaVision, Agatha All Along, and the Vision series are a trilogy, but as I've mentioned, Wonder Man is very closely tied in as well. So, is this building up to a West Coast Avengers team? Well, if so, who might be on that team? So the very first comic run was a limited series. You can tell from the cover here that they didn't, let you know who was going to be on the team. Look at some of these options too; they're hilarious. I mean, Cyclops down in the corner there, Rom, the spaceman from the '80s. Oh my goodness, what on earth? Hilarious. But anyway, we didn't know until obviously the series ended who was on the team, but when the official series started up, yeah, we can see those original five: Wonder Man, Hawkeye, Mockingbird, Iron Man, and Tigra. Now, four of those characters do exist now. I mean, Hawkeye could come out of his fifth retirement. Mockingbird, I don't know. I don't see her rejoining, but it'd be cool if she did, to at least hang out and maybe train the team. And Rhodes could appear, as War Machine. In fact, that might resolve the open plot lines from Secret Invasion. And, of course, Wonder Man we're going to be getting soon. So we just don't have a Tigra, but everybody else we have. Okay, so that could be the team or the start of the team. However, if they go with the VisionQuest, storyline, then that opens up a whole bunch more members, because on that team were still Hawkeye, Mockingbird, and Wonder Man, but also Vision and Wanda, and then at least two of the Ant family. It was really Hank and Janet Pym, but I don't see them being in it. But I could see Scott and Hope being in it. Okay, very interesting. That would be a cool team. And that would fit with, this storyline of slowly bringing everybody back. So does that mean that Wanda ends up showing up? I mean, I think she might even show up in Agatha All Along in little bits and pieces. But does she maybe officially come back in Vision Quest? Wouldn't that be interesting? Or Vision's story, whatever it's named, right? But okay, let's be honest. I don't see Mockingbird coming out of retirement. So what if we pick somebody else in the West Coast? How about Shang-Chi? Right? I mean, he's in the West Coast. He clearly is aware of the Avengers. He'd be a great addition to the team. Katie could even join, I guess. I mean, she doesn't really have superpowers, but hey, bring her along as well. And then supposedly Evangeline Lilly wants to retire from being the Wasp. If that's really true, well, another West Coast Avenger could be She-Hulk. She's out there as well. So all of these characters are located, Vision and Wanda are going everywhere, but everybody else could easily be located out west. So yeah, very, very interesting. Let me know your thoughts. Who do you think would make good members for this team if they decide to go that direction? And they would be ready then for Avengers 5 and Doomsday and Secret Wars. So we'd have yet another team built together. Okay, the only problem with this team is I had given in an earlier video my team for the official Avengers, which now we'll call the East Coast Avengers, I guess. And notice several of them I now have also on the West Coast. So I'm going to swap out Shang-Chi with Wong, because a lot of people in my previous video said, dude, you got to have Wong. And I agree. Wong is awesome. I'm going to swap out She-Hulk with Valkyrie. A lot of people suggested her because now you get someone from Wakanda and someone from New Asgard on the team. And then I got to swap out Scott, so we'll swap him out with Star-Lord, because having a Guardian on the team is cool. I mean, what representation they would have across this team. That would be awesome. And I did have a lot of people say, hey, we love Falcon, but we want Spider-Man instead. Okay, I get it. I mean, the only reason I didn't pick Spider-Man is because I'm just not sure he's in the mental place right now with his life being such a mess that he would want to join. But hey, I would love to see him on the team. And then, by the way, the reason I put Circe down there is my assumption is that they will use it to explain what happened in the post-credit scene to Eternals, because I'm really afraid we are not going to get any Eternals 2, and that is a bummer, because that storyline looked really cool. So they would have it that, she's back and she can kind of tell everybody, what on earth happened. So this would be my East Coast team. You saw my West Coast team. Let me know your thoughts on those two teams if Marvel were to go that direction. And then also, does this get you more excited for all of these shows? I mean, WandaVision's already out, but Agatha all along? Hey, I'm a lot more excited. I was already excited. I'm even more excited now because I know it's going to be part of a trilogy and it's going to tie into all this stuff. And Wonder Man, I'm really interested to see how Wonder Man comes together. And of course, Vision Show to cap it all off. So let me know your thoughts. Did this make you more excited for all of these? And do you think we will get a West Coast Avengers team? So don't forget, September contest. Be a subscriber, leave a comment. You could win a book or a steelbook. And of course, there's that membership option in case you're interested in that. And then here we are on the Discord server. Notice we do all kinds of fun things like polls. Missile does a great job of doing these polls, asking folks who do they want to see on the team. Who are their must-have members? So I will leave a pinned comment so you can join us on the Discord. 1,700 members across the globe, conversations 24/7, and we would love for you to be part of it. Also, if you don't mind, like this video, subscribe if you haven't already. You can check out more content, and we'll all continue to enjoy the ever-growing, the ever-changing Marvel Cinematic Universe.